Hi guys, welcome back to my XVS guide. Now I'm gonna review Mordegon. So he is a mage and really flexible. So let's compare him to Sol and Sssukiko. Like you can see here, he can become dual wield or double hand magician, and I suggest you to make him into true dual wield because it is easier to reach higher magic with that setup, unless of course you have the Trust Master needed to raise the true double hand boost. So like you can see here, even when he is a flexible character, he still gets 150% boost, which are higher than Sol and Sssukiko, who are specialized on dual wield or double hand mage. Okay, for magic boost, it is also superb because he gets 180% magic, 30% magic higher than Sol. And I cannot say about other stats, but I must say, if you think about survivability, I must say Sssukiko is still the best because she has 2 fatal damage protection. Mordegon survivability passive is also nice because he can evade 3 physical attack, okay, for the duration of the battles, unless he used all the 3. I mean, he got hit 3 times. And if he dies and he resurrected, you will get another 3 physical evasion. But I think fatal damage protection is more important, especially for a character like Mordegon, because you can see it on the 7 stars form. He reached his maximum potential after 9 turns. So without fatal damage protection, if he dies, then you need to wait for another 9 turns to reach his maximum potential, and that's kind of annoying. Okay, and I think that's all you need to know about his passive. Yes, he gets faster delivery rate, but I don't think it is that important for him. That doesn't mean his LB sucked, but I can say that his LB may be not his strongest point because you need a copy to chain. Okay, I will talk about that later. So enough about stats. Now let's take a look on his abilities. So Mordegon on the global has been changed because on the Japan they say that he able to chain with Mystic Cross, but on the global now he chain with Disorder. Okay, but that doesn't matter because Disorder chaining ability that he has is not his strongest ability. So I don't think you will use that Disorder move, okay? His main chaining family is Chaos Wave and Absolute Zero, and they are very good. And I must say his main chaining ability family is Absolute Zero because he can imperil Ice and Dark Element, which are Absolute Zero abilities, okay? And yes, his strongest magic ability is also from Absolute Zero family, Freeze Out and Night Terror. Okay, so on the maximum it can deal 18 times damage without any damage modifier boost. Like you know that he can get 2 times damage modifier after 6 turns and another 4 times after 9 turns. So in total, you can deal 30 times damage per cast, and that's amazing because if you take a look on this sample turn, okay, his rotation, then you can see here that he can deal after 9 turns. Okay, that means on the 10th turn, he deals 90 times damage. If you count the imperil effects, that means he deals 180 times damage per turn, and that's amazing because unlike Sol, let's say Sol, okay, Sol highest damage range are about 185 to 200 times damage per turn, but that's only achievable when he unlocks his Pentacast. Okay, Pentacast only available about once every 8 turns, so you need to wait long time. But for Mordegon, after 10 turn, he will become killing machine. Okay, but if you compare him to Kimono Fina, I must say Kimono Fina still has better burst damage, but I think for average damage, maybe Mordegon is better than Kimono Fina. Maybe, okay, I don't calculate about average damage. I only calculate about burst damage. Okay, for burst damage, Kimono Fina is still the first, Mordegon, and then so I haven't taken a look on Veronica yet. Okay, so don't compare him to Veronica because yeah, I will compare it when reviewing Veronica. So his offensive abilities are very good. What about his other abilities? First, let's take a look on his limit burst. His limit burst is very good, amazing. Okay, 50 times dark magic damage, and if you count that he gets 30%, yeah, about 30% LB damage, that means deal about 60, yeah, about 60 times damage. Okay, which is not bad. With Imperial you can get 120 times dark damage per turn, but that's still low compared to his triple cast when you have reached his maximum potential. Okay, but that's different case if you able to give him LB damage boost equipment or abilities. Okay, let's say you able to give him about 100% increased LB damage, then he can deal about 200 times dark magic damage per turn, which is amazing. But I don't think that's a good idea because his normal abilities are simply easier to use compared to this LB. The only advantage if you make him into, if you build him into LB users, or he doesn't need to wait that long until he reach his maximum potential. Okay, so yeah, just up to you. But remember, if you want to use his LB, then you need Mordegon party because this is a chaining move, not a finisher. So if you don't count the chaining, I don't think his LB is that good. Okay, so stick with his absolute zero chaining moves. Now for other abilities, he also able to break the enemies very good. Okay, superb, 79% after 2 turns for 3 turns. Okay, so yeah, it is like Sssukiko, but the problem is you cannot make him into your main breaker because this has 7 turns cooldown and the effects of his breaks only last for 5 turns. So if he is the only breaker you have 2 turns without breaks, and that equal death for your party. So really guys, unlike Sssukiko, in terms of breaking, he is inferior than Sssukiko. And Disruptive Wave is also very useful because it dispel all buff, not breaks. So you don't need to reapply your break or whatever, simply buffs. And he also has this passive, okay, which dispel the buff. So don't use this unless it is absolutely necessary. Okay, so very good, but be careful. I think that's all about his abilities. Now let's talk about equipment. So for equipment, it is pretty simple. Like I say, build him into dual wield magician because it is easier to increase his magic that way, and you don't get benefit from the damage modifier. So yeah, I think dual wield is still the best build for mage if it is their nature. Okay, because yeah, Mordegon is really flexible. Up to you. Okay, so enough about equipment. My conclusion for Mordegon. So Mordegon is really good mage. He has positive buff dispel. He can break the enemies. Okay, so if you have, let's say you use Seekheart as your tanker again, maybe you are bored to hear me saying Seekheart, but Seekheart right now is really good. You can use him as a backup breaker to make half powerful breaker like Mordegon into your party. On the first turn, use Mordegon breaks, and after that, when you still need to wait for his cooldown ability to refresh, you can use Seekheart 60% breaks. Really good. And yes, after 10 turns, I must say he maybe become one of the best mage who able to hike to one of the best mage that able to deal high damage constantly. Okay, really good characters, but that's also his drawbacks because you need to wait for 9 turns to reach his maximum damage potential. Of course, other mage also need a setup, but I don't think you need to wait that long. Actually, you also need a long time for soul. But yeah, you get the idea. Basically, I cannot say Mordegon is the best mage, but what I can say is he is really one of the top tier mage right now. And if you ask me, I still prefer Sssukiko. Okay, because yeah, Sssukiko can become your main breaker, different from Mordegon, so that's really slot efficient. Okay, and Sssukiko move is also chaining with physical attackers. So let's say you want to use Sssukiko as a breaker, then you can also bring physical attackers and Sssukiko can chain with them. But for Mordegon, yes, I know Absolute Zero is also chainable with some physical users, but there are not many characters to able to do that. Okay, and Sssukiko also has better survivability. So from my preference, I will stop using 10 out of 10 score. Okay, I will begin using my preference. So I think Sssukiko is still the best mage right now. Yes, maybe the damage is inferior, but whoa, her slot efficiency really make me overlook her damage. Okay, and Mordegon may be the second best on this comparison. Okay, because after taking a look of Mordegon abilities, I prefer him than Soul. So really, but really, okay, Soul is not bad because he can deal that powerful non-elemental magic. So really, guys, but yeah, I know it's kind of suck, okay, because you just pour for Soul and there is better mage out there, but maybe not that much. Okay, if you already have Soul, then you really definitely don't need to pull for Mordegon, because Soul is, I can say that Soul is more than enough to clear all the contents on this game who need a magic character for you to finish. Okay, so yep, thank you very much for watching. Please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel for more Final Fantasy Brave Exvius guide. Bye bye, guys.